gonna try my hardest to make it entertaining for all the fans because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm basically an entertainer, right? But...
Hello Jojo, it's first time interview for me and you, and it's a pleasure to have you here in Europe. Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Welcome
it's a pleasure
to
to be here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to have you. And I mean, of course, I want to start this interview with something spicy because we know you are a spicy player, and it's something that people want from you in general. So my first question will be: are you going to shit on EU?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'll try my hardest to shit on EU, and I have a lot of confidence. We've been scrimming these past days in Spain, and I see so much potential in this team. So I will be pretty surprised if we don't shit on EU.
All right, that's good. So how are you adapting to Europe? Because it's way different from Los Angeles. You're now in Berlin during winter. It's cold.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Spain and Spain was pretty nice, but Berlin, you know, not the best, but I've heard in wintertime that's usually how it is. It's really cold, not much sun. But I heard in the summertime it gets better, so I'm not too worried right now. And honestly, we're just playing league, so it doesn't matter too much if like it's really cold outside or if it's not that sunny, it's fine to me, honestly.
Yeah, so that was about adapting to the city and to the European life. But you tell me that you play a lot, that's good. That's a good prep for the season. Do you feel comfortable in the European environment, European ladder? Do you feel good?
Yeah, I feel like Europe environment, at least in LEC and the team I'm on, it's very different from LCS. I feel like Europe is just much more straightforward and they're much more, they just say what's on their mind. I feel like in NA, a lot of people try to be like sugarcoating it or not really saying how they feel. So I think I'm that type of player too. So I feel like it's better for me in this environment too, because I feel like I can just say what's on my mind and other players can say what's on their mind, and just, I think it's much faster to progress that way. So it's been good, everything so far. The environment has been good and everyone just wants to win at the end of the day, so yeah.
It makes sense, and I can relate to what you say because we had Closer in interview and he told us the same thing about European environment, like the fact that European here tend to say things out of loud, so it's better to to fix issues within the team.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I want to know more about yourself because you've dominated NA during a time, but last year was not your best year. So I mean, there are some people of course in Europe being really excited to see you there, to see you play, to see you Trashtalk. But there are also people that say, but the guy comes from NA, but he was not even the best in NA during last year. So what could you say about that? Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense for people to be skeptical, right? Especially what happened last year, and especially in the off season. When the video came on, there's this all new information, and I mean, I don't know how much I can say, but I think the teams and the players know what happened, and I think just the team, I couldn't find the best position for me to play my best, and I also learned so much on how to improve so that doesn't happen again, so that my performance will always just be at the top. So I think especially in Europe with the environments and everyone is just really trying their hardest, and it's just much more competitive than NA. Even the solo queue is much more competitive in NA. I feel like playing solo queue in NA is like kind of a waste, but even in Europe, it's so much more competitive. Everyone really wants to win and they're really trying hard. So I just feel like it's so much easier to thrive in Europe. So I mean, I understand people think that way, and also understand that people think the other ways because they've seen my highs too. So I think both sides make sense.
You think we'll be able to upgrade as a player here?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think environment is really important. And like, for example, I think, let's say I was born in Korea and I played in the LCK. I think it would be much more easier to improve in the LCK than in LCS, right? Yeah. And I think it goes the same as in LEC than in NA. Not only because of solo queue, because I feel like just even the academy teams and the lower teams, they feel much better in Europe. That's how I feel. I feel like in NA, the top teams are really good, but after the top teams, it really goes down a lot. But I feel like in Europe, even the lower teams and the academy teams are still at a high level, so you can keep improving. So it's never like, oh, it's so easy or you're not learning that much, you know?
About your rivals on the mid lane in LEC, what's your take on the overall level of EU mid lane?
Yeah, I mean, I think I scrimmed every team by now.
Okay.
And obviously, I think Caps is the best mid at Verse because I feel like he's the most versatile. I think the other mids that people think are good, like probably like Humanoid, or who else is there that people talk about is like at the top of EU mids? 'Cause it's like Caps and Humanoid, right?
Yeah, Nuke. There is Nuke also, who has been good lately in VDS.
At least my opinion and the way I felt is that Caps is very versatile.
Yeah.
So he can play any style, he can impact the map really easily, or he can carry the game very easily. But I feel like the other mid laners tend to play one way, or they really prefer to play one way. Like for example, I think Humanoid, he needs resources and he needs people to play around him. Or in other mids, I think they're really good at what they do, but I don't think they're as versatile. But Caps is just good at every style. That's how I felt. So that's why I think he's just the best mid in Europe.
And for you, about your styles, well, who will be the Jojopyun of 2025?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's whatever the team needs, to be honest, because I filled in that's helping the team roll my first year in EG with like Impact, Inspire, Danny, because the team was just so good, and if I just helped them succeed, they would win, right? And then I had to develop more into like a shot caller and like carry potential in my summer split of the next year. So I think I'm just gonna adapt to what the team needs, and I'm still trying to figure out what's the best play style for what the team needs. So whatever's gonna help us win, I'll try to.
Oh, you also want to be versatile?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try picking whatever play style will help the team win the most, what works best for the team.
Okay. So. If you qualify for an international event this year, or maybe more than one international event, and you face an NA team, how you will feel?
Yeah, I thought about it. I don't even know what I would tweet, because like, what would I tweet? EU is better than NA or what? Like, I'm still thinking about it, but I think it'd be too funny if we versus an NA team and we shit on them. But I'm still thinking, I don't even know what I would say, but I just know that it would be really funny and hyped.
Yeah.
I hope that does happen.
Yeah, it will be funny for sure. And people will want you to say something 100%.
Sure.
Conclude this interview. We are the French broadcast, and people in France, people in the League of Legends ecosystem can't wait to see you play. People were really discussing your coming to Europe. So do you have something to say to them?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate everyone that's supporting me and just interested, and I'm gonna try my hardest to make it entertaining for all the fans, because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm basically an entertainer, right? But I'm gonna show it in my gameplay, but also make it fun for them to watch, and just try my hardest to do that, and just try my hardest to win.
Hope you are ready for the KC game.
Casey's gonna be hype. I mean, we already 2-0'd them, so I don't think it'll be that hard again.
That's good. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you for the interview.